What is up, ladies, gentlemen, and all my other friends? We are back with some CGL multi-tier tournament fall 2020 here in week 8 with an absolute banger of a match, kicking off 2 days of some awesome Overwatch. But holy cow, Billy, I've been looking forward to this one all season. We've got Hateful 88's taking on No One, both undefeated teams coming into week 8.
Yeah, two of our legacy orgs now, those that have been around for more than a couple of seasons. And let me tell you what, the respect that these two organizations have for each other is really unparalleled. In talking about Rippin from 88's and also Big Burrito from No One, somebody that I have played personally against. Nothing but the utmost respect for them, and they have love for each other. But all that love is going to go aside tonight, as they have already completed their game. And now we're going to get to reap the rewards of that match. Both teams, as you said, coming in only losing 0 games.
They've dropped one map between the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just dumb. It's just dumb. So what we're looking for is, who's going to come out on top. I'm already going to call that we're going to go 5 maps. It has to. It has to. We don't know what the results are yet. But I mean, this is what we live for. I mean, this is the kind of rivalry that we like to see. But last season, it was No One going undefeated through the regular season, and 88's picking up the dub or picking up 1 loss, and then they go on to win the entire thing. So will No One get their revenge? Maybe get themselves into a winning championship position this time around? We'll see, because there's been a couple of changes on No One. We've said goodbye to Lugunk, who was their main support, and brought in Apotheosis Pink and Zevris or Soma into the support roles. And apparently Zevris is a main support that's turned into a Zen god. That will spell absolute hell for the tank line of No One. So we'll see how they address that. No One, on the other hand, really bringing back a lot of the same players that they've had. I think that this consistency is what's really helping to propel them through this season once again. So, I mean, it's all to play for tonight. I think both teams have pretty much guaranteed themselves a lock into the postseason.
They have.
I know that the divisions, the divisions the way they are in Tier 2, I think the top 4 out of each will go. So we'll see where they get seeded. This is all for seeding placements right now. We'll see how they go through the playoffs, which are rapidly approaching us. I mean, this is week 8.
Yep.
Next week, I mean, we'll be playing some week 8 matches tomorrow night. We've got a doubleheader tomorrow night. That'll finish up our week 8. We just got kind of busy over the weekend for Bullskunk and I, so sorry.
You were casting some OWL players this morning. What can I say? We've been busy. We've been busy.
Yeah, you had your hands full with SVB today as well.
It's true.
Yeah, you had your own star power going on your side, sir. So don't
nuts.
Little tip.
Okay. Sorry, that was an RG reference there. But yes, yeah, it's we've got a lot on our plate, but it doesn't. We still are going to give our console Overwatch some love. This is our bread and butter. This is where we've cut our teeth. And oh man, I'm just too excited for this match. This is the T2 match of the regular season, and I can't. I'm salivating with anticipation, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, and our map set this week starts us off in Nepal, so that's a unusual map. We saw the Overwatch League kind of ban it out for a little while because nobody wanted to play on it, nobody wanted to scrim on it. But we're seeing it here as our first control map for week 8. After that, we're going to go to the try-high rule of maps going Hollywood, Hanamura, and Havana, respectively.
Excuse you.
Sorry. And then, should we need it, which I hope we do, we'll go to Lijiang Tower for map 5.
This is guaranteed to be an incredibly close match. And you were talking about the changes for No One. 88's made some changes of their own coming into the season, and it doesn't seem to have hurt them. Pro Wit 6, you were saying, is the best shot caller that this team has ever seen, at least that coach has ever seen. I know they brought in Dan Roses in support. She played for Art Flash last season and has been an absolute all-star on this team this year. I don't know what else to say other than let's get into this thing. Like, let's get it going. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm ready to see some T2 Overwatch.
Yeah, me too. And as I mentioned before, we're going to start out on Shrine in Nepal. So this, lends itself to, Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball still in a pretty good spot right now. You can also run the Brawl here, especially here down in the Tier 2 ELO. So we'll see what the teams decide to bring out here. I'm looking for a steady diet of... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I've had a quick issue with my game cacher. Keep going. Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're looking for a steady diet?
I'm looking for a steady diet of yummy food. No, but I'm looking for a steady diet of, the punch with the flank. If you can burst around the front lines of a static Brawl comp and really get the disruption going on with a Ball and the Tracer, that's going to really pull cooldowns and resources out of said teams, and we'll have to see what actually can be done about that. I know that no one likes to run a little bit of Ryan Zarya, so Avian being one of the better off tanks in Tier 2 as well, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table today.
Yeah, my game capture is, of course, now has decided to start acting up. So we're just going to take a quick second, reset that.
I mean, and if I bring out my trusty notes here, so I don't start talking out of place. Splash has recently started playing with me on PC, and it's been a very fun experience. It's definitely different than playing on the sticks. But I mean, Splash, one of those main tanks that you really have to look out for. He's been making a name for himself, getting himself up into better positions, really learning the Reinhardt mind games and the Reinhardt pathing potentials that see you start to raise that SR and start bringing you up into the higher echelons of main tank play. So we'll see how the counterplay between those two will play itself out over the course of our at least 3 maps tonight. And we'll see what is brought out from them. What I'm really looking for, though, is Burrito, the captain of No One, usually playing on the Ana. I love their play last season. I haven't had a chance to see them this season yet, so that's my focus right now, is whose supports are going to be holding up the best, who's going to get the most value. We saw, a match the other night where a very reckless main tank was kept up by a singular Ana in the most extreme circumstances, and they ended up winning a 5-match banger. So we'll see what is brought out here as we see the teams come out. Looking at a little bit of Zarya. Wrecking Ball? Nani?
Yeah, Zarya's kind of been a little bit of a replacement for the Sigma since that nerf. And, I mean, Billy, we got to come up with a clever name for this one, so I'm starting to see it more and more as we get some trades right out of the gate. But it's Hateful finding that kill on to Burrito. It's still a +1 to No One in the blue jerseys, but they don't have their sustain. They're going to have to win this fight quickly if they want to stay alive, and it looks like Bird has other plans. Taking Splash out of the fight. Both bubbles used means all the cooldowns off the battlefield, and you've got a discorded Zarya, but they're able to get that kill. Bird is back in spawn. Firespoon goes down, and indeed No One muscle through this first engagement.
Did see a lot of that value coming out of Zebras on the Zenyatta, seeing the assist coming through, but the real power right now is Avian with the high charge going in and just laying waste with the alternate fire, building up very quickly to a Graviton Surge. 75% of the way, looking at Humanoid Saber already has the Deadeye online. That's gonna have to be something that's gonna be addressed by 88's, but Berber does have the pulse bomb online. Let's see what they get out of this, see where they decide to address and go after a support. Probably the best choice.
Autumn Canvas is not having any of it. Just lands the stickies, takes Bird out of a fight. Firespoon down once again as well. And that's a 3 kill for Humanoid Saber to clean things up.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a wonkiness there. My stream actually went down for just a second, but you know, crossing 50%, and you only use the one ultimate to win that team fight. So nice, nice ultimate economy there. Pro it sticks now moving over to the Reinhardt to go the mirror in the main tank battle. Transcendence online to be held for the Graviton Surge of 8 and 10.
Moving around the outside. Here comes Burr. Lands the pulse. No! Just narrowly misses, but it's still enough to take down Splash. But they lose Pro on the other side. Both main tanks out. Fire Spoon gets 2, including one with a Meteor Strike. Looking to get the kill onto Autumn Canvas there on that Echo, who uses the duplicate onto the Doofus of their own just to stay alive. So Fire Spoon turns their attention to Apotheosis Pink. Finds that kill. And 88's are going to get this flip, but not before no one found 86%.
Right, and I mean, that's a great amount of first progress, and you're coming in with 3 ultimates to retake the point. Mania, however, does have a Graviton Surge, so Apotheosis needs to be somewhere nearby to be able to pop the sound barrier, keep the team up through that. Also, Nano Boost and Billowy Splash with Shatter in hand could spell absolute disaster for 88's.
Pushing in through the left-hand side, looking for that opening. Graviton Surge in, but Sound Barrier is there, right on time. Big ante over the top. Pro Sticks is in trouble, especially with a nano-boosted Reinhardt coming right at them. Splash throws down the hammer and moves forward to try to start cleaning up. They're going to deal with Fire Spoon in the back, and they can focus their attention forward. Got to be careful. The Coalescence through from the other side, and Mania and Burr managed to find a kill apiece and keep 88's in this fight. In fact, I think they're going to be just enough, especially with that kill onto Apotheosis. Onto Pink. Pink goes down, Burr finds 3.
Yeah, I mean, the DPS absolutely showing up right now and maintaining control of the point, and they actually let loose with all of their valuable ultimates there. So 3 ultimates invested in that fight, Bull Skunk, and no value to it. Dan Rose's Coalescence absolutely clutching out that fight for them. And now going into the next fight, Zevras has Transcendence available. Let's see if they can get another Pulse Bomb stick and really take the pressure to no one.
Same pathing coming in. The Pulse Bomb into the back. Finds 2! Indeed, a beautiful stick as well as the hammer coming down to find a pair. And now Pro pushing in with the bubble reinforcement. Gonna find that kill onto Billowy with a little help from their Zen.
Absolutely. I mean, this is last fight territory now. We're on 92%. Is anybody going to be able to get back? I mean, Pink is going to have to get some kind of touch here unless they want to go down 186, which they do.
Yeah, Pink gets caught in that Graviton Surge and is not able to touch. That's an early 1-0 here on Shrine for Hateful 88's.
That was great point control, too. I mean, the ultimate economy being shown by both teams right now, absolutely fantastic. I think that, you know, that no one really expected to win on the back of the Nano Rhine and the Shatter available to them. They just didn't get the value that they thought they would out of it. Once again, you know, the supports for 88's right now kind of cracked, showing that their positioning and their ability to know when to press Y, really keeping the team up through the mid-fight and maintaining control of the point.
Yeah, Dan and Zevras impressing me so far. We'll see if Burrito and Apotheosis can come back in, as they're going to go to the Zen Mercy, respectively, to support this dive composition from no one.
You got a little bit of poke, though. Berber going over to the Hanzo. I like this.
Yeah. Pro Stick's going over to a Hog as well. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. You know, Billowy was looking at that environmental, but wisely backed out as they were discorded, and despite having 600 health plus adaptive shielding, a Discord will take a Wrecking Ball down in a hurry.
Absolutely. I mean, there's other than your mobility, there's nothing really much to keep you up unless you're being pocketed. I mean, look at how low he's going down, but he does get the environmental. Fire Spoon answers right back. Accretion, flashbanged, discorded, deleted. Goodbye. That's all you say there. Autumn Canvas, so starting to make a little bit of inroads on the back line of 88's, but the kills are back and forth right now. Billy putting a lot of work in there.
Fire Spoon finding a pair of kills before Burrito finally takes him down. But it's just Big Burrito left on point. They don't even have control. Zephyrs will eventually get that, and they're going to go ahead and res up Fire Spoon.
Yeah, I mean, smart usage of that as well. I think that the long-range poke right now coming from Burbert is really starting to weigh a little bit heavy on the heads of no one. Avian Tech, has to get a little bit more value, needs to stick with the support, get that peel back to deny the long-range poke of both Firespoon and Burbert.
Burbert is sitting back, raining down those shots. Saber's going to get rezzed up, but that's going to be off the table for another 20 seconds or so as Pulse Bomb comes through and Pro goes down. That's the point presence gone for 88's. And now Billowy trying to move him. Look at that, just a speck of health. What are we looking at? Oh, we're looking at 0 health as Zephyrus is able to get that kill, but they are able to get the mines on the point, deny entry, but no one not able to really move on. Autumn Canvas Wolf on 1 before going down. Humanoid Saber trying to push in, see if they can close out this fight. But in comes the Transcendence, keeping the hopes of Hateful 88's alive. As the Hog returns in, but no one does get the flip. Pro 6 gets knocked off the point.
Yeah, and I mean, smart from Saber there to hold on to the duplicate, knew that he had the support at his back. And so, looking into our next fight, I mean, you've got the Valkyrie, so, Hook, not going to be easy for Pro, but almost 5 ultimates coming in. There's a whole Hog coming out from Pro. That's going to take the mech and the pilot Diva out. Rams is going to go ahead and res up Firespoon to get himself back onto even footing here. But Burbert, let's see where he goes with this Dragon Strike.
It'll be right over the middle to try and couple with the Gravitic Phlox, but nobody's caught in it. Firespoon is able to pick off the Echo on the point. Billowy gets a pair. Self-destruct tossed in. That's going to find a pair as well. Avian Tech, Billowy Splash, combining for 4 kills in the blink of an eye.
Great presence to realize that the shielding of Mania was gone and just went ahead and pressed Y there, launched it in there. Nice angle on it as well. And now we're crossing up, almost evening up the progress percentage here. You still have Pulse Bomb and Duplicate available to no one. Firespoon though, Deadeye online. Burbert giving us a little bit of a different look, bringing the Genshi out.
We're going to get the Duplicate onto the Sigma from Humanoid, going toe-to-toe with Mania on the objective. Oh, Mania's in a lot of trouble. Drops the Gravitic Phlox, the hands, the Kinetic Grasp, and is able to get a little bit of shielding, but it's not enough to keep them in the fight. Now turning their attention to the last tank. Oh, Humanoid just narrowly misses getting that off. Autumn Canvas able to find a pair, and Humanoid's able to get one as well. Firespoon drops the Deadeye, but doesn't even get a chance to pull the trigger. No one looking to close this thing out. 90% on the board. I don't know if Hateful 88's are going to get another fight.
Just depends on Zephyrus can get back or not. He's got Transcendence in hand, 96%. Looks like we'll get a touch from Pro with sticks. That'll give time to get the Transcendence on point and maybe get the point flipped over to no one, or to 88's.
Oh, nice. Plays the ball off the side. I don't know if Pro is going to be able to work his way back on. He does. Manages to get back on the objective. He's going to try to burn down Avian Tech. He's just going to use that self-destruct. And that gets the Mercy. Just used to try to keep the Oats alive, to try to keep the mech. And you end up getting a priority pick with it. You take those every day, twice on Sundays, and no one. Tie up the map.
I mean, this is going to be I think this is going to be the tenor of the entire Night Bull Skunk. Back and forth work. Nice little dance there from Autumn Canvas. Showing off the moves. And now we'll go to Village. And, I mean, depending on what kind of comps they run here, we saw the brawl come out from no one first. And we saw the weird ball Zarya comp. I don't know how to do the Gravitic hamster ball. I'm not sure.
We'll come up with something. I have full faith.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I have full faith.
Oh boy. Now, looking at the comps coming in right now, looking at 88's, they're going to run Hanzo Junkrat. So spam damage in that small enclosed point is going to be crucial. And looking on the other side, Saber's bringing out a mace and the ability to wall off maybe the tank line is what they're going for here. Let's see how they address the point.
Yeah, the Junkrat can make Autumn Canvas's life very difficult on that Tracer. I don't know. I always tend to find the traps when I'm dashing around. Avian Tech making Burr's life difficult. Going to pick up that first kill, but they lose Billowy along the way. Oh, the bubble had gone onto the Lucio, and it left the Reinhardt wide open. Now Pro State trying to push forward, is going to get walled off from the rest of the team, but they managed to break that just in time. And it's Lucio finding that trap. Firespoon gets that kill, and Hateful 88's pick up first control.
they do, and Pro it sticks already 83% to a shatter. But the real star so far, the spam of Fire Spoon, already has Tire online. Oh man, this is going to be hateful for them. And let's see what they decide to do with said Tire. There's the shatter online. For
and it's massive! That's a 5-man shatter. A well-placed wall will deny any retreat for Billowy. Throw a sticks, having a nap. You've earned it, buddy. Watch the pulse up in the back. No good. It's Fire Spoon who's laying the bigger bomb right now, taking the Ana down as well. But it was all instigated by that massive shatter from Pro with sticks.
Yeah, and I mean, Berber echoing what no one is bringing out right now, bring out their own May. There is Blizzard Online for Saber, so that is a good initiator right there. You've also got both support ultimates ready to go. I think that you let loose with the Blizzard and then give them a taste of gravity from Avienta. But that's a 2K Tire coming up from Fires, but takes out both of the supports.
Pro 6 is able to get one as well. The Blizzard, not enough to turn the tide on that fight. Just well-timed ultimates. 3 of them, in fact. The question is, do they have enough to hold on, Billy?
I mean, you do have Transcendence, you know, and working up with Pro with sticks. I mean, I'm seeing how fast he got the first shatter. That's going to be something that they'll have to address, see if they can get that up soon, because you're crossing into 80% territory. You're rapidly reaching the final fight territory, and the ultimate's coming up online big time for no one.
Yeah, I'm looking at that Graviton Surge right now. There it is, the Nano Boosted Reinhardt as well. Trying to use a defensive wall. Sound barrier thrown in. There's Hammer coming down. That's 4 ultimates invested as in many seconds from no one, and they've yet to get a kill. They've yet to confirm anything on the back of it. Dan Roses will finally fall thanks to a great anti-nade. Shatter is going to find 3, though, once again. Pro and sticks, perfectly timing these shatters. Autumn's going to throw in the barrage. Is able to pick up one kind of... Well, they're going to clap back. They're going to make everybody be able to take the point and get this thing flipped, but not before 88's found 99%.
Yeah, and the real scary thing is that you're going to have Blizzard coming up in the next fight. You're going to have the Coalescence coming up in the next fight. Humanoid Saber, you're going to have to get some serious value on this Echo. See where they go with the duplicate. I think that you have to go probably for the Reinhardt. Try to get a quick shatter or 2 if you can find it. Otherwise, this is going to be a pretty done and dusted fight here as we are on last fight territory. Once they flip this, it's all but done.
Well, Tom Camus finding the first kill of this engagement. Already halfway towards another barrage. That duplicate is now ready to go, and I agree. You got to get a Reinhardt here. 2 Reinhardts on the battlefield is just too difficult to deal with. But it means Humanoid Saber has to get in a good position to make it happen. Might just wait for the ingress and use it as a counterpunch. They also have to worry about this Blizzard as well, Bill.
Not only about the Blizzard, but also about the Deadeye's Fire Spin. I mean, if you get the Blizzard off and really take away the shielding and everything else that's possible there, that could be a free Deadeye.
Oh, the Deadeye does get one. Pro 6 able to get one as well. It is indeed a Reinhardt duplicated on point, but Humanoid is surrounded and is not able to get anything done with it. Now on 1 health, Autumn Canvas has to come in and try to touch. Can't really get much done. Valk is the next just to keep the overtime wick burning. But Hateful 88's are in full control. They will close out this map. They will take map 1 and a 1-0 lead in this series. There's still some stalls, still some ultimates coming through. But in the end, there's no miracles to be found here. Nepal belongs to Hateful 88's.
You know, and Pink going down 92% to sound barrier off of that Deadeye. Blizzard combination absolutely sealed the nail in the casket for no one there, but it was back and forth. It wasn't one-sided in any sort of way. Every single map we saw multiple flips. So if that's any kind of a look into the future, this is going to be an absolutely banger of a match, exactly what we were billed for. And yeah, I'm excited to get into our Triple H's now.
Indeed, you know, we always talk about control as the outlier, but it also gives us, you know, some indication on what our teams like to run and how well they execute. And you know, Brawl, very common here in the Tier 2 division. And right now, I mean, they're looking neck and neck. I really liked the dive composition coming out of no one, but Hateful in the end win the Reinhardt duel, win that frontline war, and win first map.
Yeah. I mean, boy, now it's actually occupying a space in my head rent free of what to call the hamster Zarya combination. You did it to me, and now I cannot get it out of my head, so I'm gonna have to think about that. Chat, if you guys want to think of something, maybe give us an idea of what to call this new kind of hybrid double bubble. Let us know. But I mean, wow, both teams definitely have moments where they can pop off. I was really impressed with Zevris on the Zenyatta. But on the other hand, I was really impressed with Avian Tet on the off tank. That Zarya play was absolutely phenomenal.
I can't argue with any of that. Like that was, I still think pro on the Reinhardt right now is caught my eye. That's the one I'm keeping my eye on. So it looks like this tank battle might set the pace, might dictate how these fights go. And as you go into more payload and objective style maps, the tank play becomes that much more important. And like you said, well, we're headed to Hollywood for map number 2. It'll be make a quick adjustment.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, no, you're good.
You know what I'm looking for? What I'm looking for, it's going to be Big Burrito versus Zevris, I think. When Zevris pops Transcendence, is Big Burrito going to be able to throw in the anti-nade and deny that burst healing coming out from the Transcendence? I think that's something that they need to zero in on, really, to make sure that they're denying the value of that ultimate. Because I mean, you hold it for so long for just the right time, either, you know, a gravitic flux, or you're holding it for a graviton surge. One of those things there, we need to see what they're going to address with it. How are they going to use it? And can Big Burrito on the Ana be able to, you know, negate the value of it and really make them have egg on their face for it?
Oh, and we saw some beautiful anti-nades in there. And I mean, when I'm playing support, you know, I struggle with that as well sometimes. You know, like, you in your brain, you're thinking, man, I want to save it for this particular ult. And then you see your team in trouble. And it's like, uh-oh, maybe I pop it now, but then you leave yourself vulnerable. It's the quandary of any good Zen player as we head into our next map. No one coming out on the defense. Looks like they're showing us a little double shield with the Ashe and the Echo.
Yeah, and we're also seeing Soma coming in for the first time in our series. They are a Baptiste player. They play a lot of main support, is what I was told. They can flex out if they need to. So that's for no one coming out on the defense. And then we've got, we do have a couple of substitutions coming in for 88's as well. Dat boy Doug coming in on the Echo. And then, wow, what a cute dog has come in on the main support role, playing the Moira.
In the saddle and let's ride. Moving up.
On the attack. Like you say, you did have that Echo accompanied by a McCree. Firestone pulling out the Cowboy. And we're gonna, it's a little bit of classic just brawl versus poke here. As Pro Sticks and company work around the left-hand side, and they're gonna move up and try to force no one off of this high ground. They will succeed in that and find a couple picks along the way. Gonna deny that res. Nope, no res for you, Big Burrito. Not a chance on that one. And this is a +3 to 88's as they force their way onto the objective, and they're gonna have a wicked fast time on point A.
My goodness, they did not catch that rotation whatsoever. Pro Sticks just walked under, walked up, started swinging, and got everybody dislodged. That is a wicked fast take, almost 540 on the clock as they're going into point B. So, you know, definitely changes need to come out from no one. They need to address the healing situation, and they have done that. Big Burrito going over to more of an AoE healer in the Lucio. So that'll be a lot better for the sustain of no one. But Shatter almost online for Pro 6. As I say that, he gets it. Moving in right now. But Zevris going off of the Zenyatta and going into a Lucio now.
Pro Stick Shatter only finds a shield as we did have the brawl swap off that Orisa Sigmathon. Pushing forward, that's a pair of kills. Getting aggressive. Avian Tet able to find value immediately with the Zarya with a little help from the skies. Autumn Canvas already 75% towards that duplicate.
Yeah, Bob online, so that's going to be a time waster right there. You also have Coalescence coming in from the attacking side, so you will have the sustain for Pro Sticks to get a little bit more aggressive. Maybe throw it out there to get Mania closer to getting that grab off, or just pour the Coalescence into the grab if you want to get aggressive with it.
Looks like 88's are just going to move up to the high ground. Firespoon putting some shots down onto Humanoid on the other side. Backing off, Humanoid gets a late bubble, and it's a bit of a interesting do-si-do Here's we're looking at the Cowboy. The defense now pushing to the other side. Graviton Surge in. Oh, wow! And a 4-man fire strike. That's something you don't see every day, Billy.
Flashbang into the Graviton Surge through an amp matrix, fire strike, murder, death, kill. You all go die. You all go back to spawn. Now, great as that was, they're doing the right thing. They're pushing up into spawn because they're all going to come back at the same time. Bob does come out to try and contest behind the point here. We'll see what they can get out of it. Deadeye does not find a darn thing, but that boy Doug does get the focusing beam down onto Big Burrito.
Coalescence out from the defense as well. That boy Doug pulling out the duplicate Reinhardt. And now, well, Billy has 2 of them to contend with. That Shatter, no, not quite there. Good play from Intent to deny the bonus Shatter. But I don't know if they can deny the kills. They can! Autumn Canvas finds 3. Keeping no one in this map with but a mere meter left to go on point B.
My word, I didn't think that contest was going to work. Look at the focusing beam. Autumn Canvas popping the you-know-what off. Are you kidding me?
That's a 5K.
That is huge. That's a 5K.
Very nicely done. And they managed to hold on to ultimates. Not only didn't they win the fight, but they're still up in the economy.
They are, I mean, looking at, coming up what's for next. I mean, the closest that they've got right now for the attacking side is Cute Dog's Coalescence. But you're going to have the Ant Matrix up within a couple of headshots from Soma. They are putting out a damn good performance on this Baptiste right now. Keeping that boy Doug in a little bit of check, too, with the hit scan.
Ooh, that's a 3-man Shatter. Pro with Sticks the first to fall. Pushing forward, Avian Tet's going to pick up another. Now we got a little bit of a Zarya's duel going on the outside. Avian Tet opts out of that. Not necessarily needed. They already won the fight, and Avian Tet wants to keep that charge.
And getting speed from Big Burrito in there to confirm all those kills. Absolutely massive. You're looking at almost a 4 ultimate bank coming into this next fight for the defense, but not to be outdone. Pro with Sticks almost has another Shatter online. You're looking for Grav coming out of Mania to get aggressive with. I think you throw the Coalescence into it and really get aggressive, but not when you do that.
Oh my, Soundbarrier comes in just in the nick of time. Are you kidding me? Duplicate there as well. The health bars of no one were so low. The entire team was on the verge of death, and the immortality saves them. And the Soundbarrier throwing in to couple with that and layered beautifully. No one winning that fight, courtesy of their supports.
Yeah, 3 ultimates was put into that fight, but I mean, considering how much pressure they were under, what the duress they were under, absolutely the right time to do that. Shatter available to Pro at Sticks. They've really been taken and stalled here magnificently into this next fight. 4 minutes already off their time bank that they started with.
And I like this. They're just going to go underneath LOS, the entire team that's trying to sit on the high ground. No one doing a better job of catching this rotation. Shatter comes in, the bubble just a touch late, but the Graviton Surge is there. 2 kills outside of that, plus a Bob in the back. Means, once again, no one wisely using their ultimates, not getting too haphazard, and Avian Tech continues to pop on this Zarya.
Yeah, I mean, you've got both DPS ultimates coming up into the next fight. That's huge from Avian Tech, hunting down the Echo. That is a huge stagger as they have now taken 5 minutes off the time bank. That 88's came into this point, the Streets phase with 3 ultimates ready to go for the attack, and let's see if the Deadeye can land somewhere. But man, Immortality Field is going to be available to Soma, so this could be an absolutely banger of a hold here in Bullskunk. 15 seconds left on the clock.
Last chance to get point B, but they have ults to work with. Coming in over the top, that boy Doug is going to duplicate the Reinhardt as a 2-kill comes through from the Deadeye. That boy Doug swinging around is going to clean off that roof and is going to try to chase down this Baptiste. Will find that kill. Overtime Wick is burning, but 88's won the fight. And, well, there might be time for a contest on the back of this. Especially with the Lucio hiding right there inside the clubhouse. Yep, here comes the stall. Avian Tet is back out the doors. Billowy Splash on the point, but is running directly into a Coalescence. Big Burrito is going to fall. There's no more speed, no more rotation. Autumn Canvas finds one, and the Ant Matrix out. So down a man, no one still have a chance, but nope, that is quickly dashed. The courtesy of Fire Spoon and Mania.
Yeah, they actually wasted the amp matrix right there. I saw what he was trying to do with it. He was trying to amplify the healing through it to keep the team members up while the rest of the team was coming back, but to no avail. Now, a little bit of free push here for 88's going around the corner here. If they can get around this second corner here, they're gonna have a straight shot in there. They've got Shatter. They're gonna have the Graviton Surge of Mania into boot. Fire Spoon, having just let loose with that, Deadeye already 80% to his next one.
Oh, just nutty how much work they're getting done. Speaking of, that boy Doug is going to find a kill. Shatter gets blocked, but Billowy Splash is still in a dangerous spot. You have Mania on the side, just putting a lot of hurt down with the Graviton Surge on top of it. And that's 2 kills. Not even the Bob could stop him. Well, I say that Bob stopped Mania, but that is only one piece of the puzzle. And the rest of the team of 88's continue to press forward into the back of point C.
Fire Spoon does have Deadeye, and we want to see where he goes with it. Oh, that's a good flashbang on the duplicating Reinhardt. He's already halfway to the Shatter, though. This could be huge if he can land it.
It's going to go into... Well, no, the shield went down! Oh, my! And Autumn Canvas gets it through. That was a pair of Shatters coming out from no one, as a matter of fact, on top of the Graviton Surge. Amp Matrix thrown in as well. With only 5 seconds left, they're free to all press that Y button. Billowy Splash gets a nice pick with the Fire Strike. Bob thrown in from the duplicated Echo, but that's not going to last long. Once the duplicate is done, so is the Bob, and it looks like so are the hopes of 88's of taking the 3rd point of this map.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's gone down in a heap. I mean, Coalescence will be able to touch. Maybe, if you can get there. Big Burrito, though, getting a 3K in the end there. Are you kidding me? Huge work from the supports of no one. And they drew their line in the sand there, Bullskunk, taking 5 minutes off the time make through the streets phase. That is stall 101 if I've ever seen it. The rotations were beautiful and well stacked. I mean, they did have that 1-3-ult dump on top of the saloon there, but I mean, they were so much in peril there that they had to do it. And now win conditions set for them. They can, you know, match, or all they need to do is really get beyond where 88's got to, and they will tie up our series 1-1. And no one, they took that first point so fast. And what they got to do now is, try to deny the same thing coming out of no one. But no one might have just caught a little bit of wind in their sails. And this might be spelling a little bit of trouble for 88's.
88's going over to the double bubble as they head on to the defense. That boy Doug taken to the skies, pulling out the Pharah. With Fire Spoon on the Tracer to try to hold this thing off and take a 2-0 lead in our series.
Boy, Pharmacy coming out from the defense, that's going to be a problem for no one. But you do have the Sombra. You've also got Billowy Splash going over to the Diva. So I'm actually liking what I'm seeing here because you're going to be able to get up and challenge that aerial threat. They're not going to get uncontested rocket spam into the team.
Summer might be able to hack that far and maybe get her out of the sky, especially if there's a little bit of high ground. Speaking of high ground, Avian Tet actually pulling out the main tank role as Billowy is on the Diva. We've seen Billowy pick up that Diva in the past and has done great work with it. In fact, able to kill the Pharah here early in this fight and deny res. Beautiful play, taking the Pharmacy out entirely. Billowy's Flash giving no one a huge advantage on their very first attack. Autumn Canvas does go down, but no one are not done yet. They're going to go ahead and push in. We got a little battle of the Winstons back there, but Avian Tet was surrounded. That was not a fair fight. That was a 3-on-1, and 88's hold on, not giving up any progress.
Yeah, and Fire Spoon on this Tracer almost has Pulse Bomb in hand, just doing so much disruptive work into the back line of no one that they have nowhere to go. At some point, I think that you might need to bring a hit scan out just to keep the Pharah honest, even though Billowy was doing a pretty darn good job of keeping them in check. Looking at ultimates, I mean, Valkyrie's the only thing online. You're going to have Primal soon, but Pro has his already. You've got Pulse Bomb out as well.
And it was dropped. Maybe just as a reload, I didn't hear the trigger pulled on that one. 4-6 pulls out the Primal. Narrowly able to survive that fight, and 88's are able to hang on, but they're going to lose Mania late, and this could be an opportunity for a big power play from no one.
right now they're lacking in speed. I think that if you bring out, you know, Moira Lucio again, I know why you're running the Mercy, but still, I think that you have better options in your healing core than running this single target healing.
Woo, Probostix able to bounce back after losing the Far Mercy early. And this happened before, but they whipped the Graviton Surge! Oh, and if Tet felt bad, it just goes and leaps into the Graviton Surge. But was in primal form, plenty of life to go around. Self-destruct is going to pick up a kill. And Zenyatta does as well. Avian Tet finally gets the better end of Probostix, and no one finally pick up point A.
Yeah, and it's just catch the Tracer right now and see get the quick little hero here. Denied getting the healing from the mini there, so they are going to finally capture this point. Duplicate online, and you also have the Transcendence, so you can actually hold that for a little while. As we saw the Graviton Surge come out from Mania, not getting a lot of value as you aforementioned. So you know you can hold Transcendence, maybe even if you need to get aggressive with it, you can definitely go in with it.
Not getting a lot of value, I think, is putting it a little mildly. That's kindly put, sir. It'd be kind of like saying that, you know, they were able to get a little bit of work done on this attack, as you see 4 kills light up the feed. Autumn Canvas with a nice duplicate, able to utilize the Zarya bubbles to keep their team in this fight. No one continue to roll this momentum.
Oh boy, Pharmacy under duress now. Autumn Canvas and Billy Slash pursuing the kills. Let's see what Mr. Saber gets out of this Deadeye. Really taking a nice flank route around the side.
Yeah, and now no one have claimed the high ground. They're leaving a couple people on point just to move it across. Deadeye's got some in their sights. Nice, gets that boy Doug. Pharmacy gone, done, dealt with. Now turning their attention onto Mania. They've almost managed to work through that shield. Oh, it's going to turn attention on the Zephyrs instead and gets that kill. Beautiful shooting. Oh, and another nice headshot. Humanoid Saber putting on a show for us with this McCree.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And as opposed to what we saw coming out from the Streets phase for 88's, that is a fast Streets phase for no one. Almost 4 minutes on the clock as they enter this last stretch of real estate here in Hollywood to tie up our Series 1-1 in the battle of the Tier 2 week here. Man, this is starting to really start to go in the way of no one.
Yep, they don't even have to finish the entirety of Point C. They just got to get it close, and they will hand 88's their first map loss of the season. And that's a good start right there. Able to pick up 3 picks early, including the Mercy. Avian Tet looking to chase down more with the Primal Rage. Does get slapped, takes a lot of damage. Big Burrito able to bail him out as a nice jump lands him out of harm's way.
Boy, and Firespoon now bringing out the Tank Buster in the Reaper. I don't know if any value is going to be able to be gotten. The teleport's going to have to come close because they're starting to approach Victory Square in a hurry. You also have the Deadeye available as well, so let's see how they address this last few meters. Under 20 meters to go.
And it runs Zarya out for the defense. You can see Firespoon just up top, just challenging this high ground, making sure to keep it marked so that no one doesn't use that angle against them. Decides that they're done with that stalemate. They're going to drop down to the bottom. Humanoid Saber gets taken out of that Deadeye by that boy Doug. Rez coming through as the Valkyrie is popped to make that happen, but that means the Zen is in trouble. What a peel! Big Burrito once again saving their team in a late Transcendence. Ah, Soma, you might have won that one back, my friend.
Well, you're not looking at the Graviton Surge being online anytime soon. But what you could have saved yourself from is this Death Blossom that Firespoon has worked up to in a flash. My goodness, that is a lot of economy there for Firespoon. Humanoid Saber, though, let's see what he can get out of this.
Woo, there's a 4-man shatter coming through. The Deadeye to follow it up is able to confirm 1. The Death Blossom confirms 2 more into the back, and now trying to chase out the exit kills. Firespoon, don't get too aggressive now. You did a good job. Don't spoil it here.
It was a great amount of work. I mean, basically a fight and a half, and he got that Death Blossom online.
Yeah.
If I'm being critical, once you saw the Deadeye take down 1, I may have held on to it and see what kind of value I get into the next fight. But it did go out, and we're seeing now Avian Tech going over to the Reinhardt. Self-Destruct's going to be online shortly. Valkyrie's going to be online shortly. Soma now getting off of that, off of the Zen and bringing out the Moira, so more burst healing available to the tank line.
Mania 97 to grab. Coalescence comes out early. Keeping an eye on Billowy. He's going to drop this self-destruct into the back, but that might be the time to grab it on Surge. Holy cow, but it's not going to matter. 2 kills with the self-destruct, including Pro Sticks on the Rhine, including the Moira. That's the best 2 kills you could possibly find, and that's going to do it. On the back of an amazing self-destruct from Billowy, no one hand Hateful 88's their very first map loss of the entire season and tie up our series 1-1.
I mean, that was just nuts, absolute nuts from both sides. But what the real fight winner was that 5-minute stall from no one to deny 88's point B. I mean, their rotations were just clean. They were able to not only hold high ground when they needed to, they were able to flank around when they needed to as well. Autumn Canvas put up a pretty damn good performance on that Echo, getting that 5K to really solidify the start of the mid fight of that stall around the 3-minute mark. Are you kidding me?
That was beautiful.
That is exactly what we want to see. There's the clap back, and now we're tied up.
I mean, we don't get the play of the game with our replays that we cast from, but I have no doubt that that was it. Like, I had no doubt that that was play of the game. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's the one that stood out to me, and it really seemed to be where the momentum shift happened on Hollywood, and no one just looked really good from there. This match so far has not disappointed. Toe-to-toe is even Steven as could be even here. I don't know. We'll run with that. We'll run with that. We're also going to run with a quick break. We'll catch my breath. I'll improve my jokes, and we'll be back with map number 3. We're tied 1-1 at the half. As well, the number of map losses between these two teams have tripled from what they had coming in. As it was 1 prior to today between the two of them. Now each have another one under their belt. Well, each have a map win under their belt as well, heading into Hanamura to see who can take the lead in this top-notch 7-0 versus 7-0 series.
I think I may have misspoken, by the way, as I was talking to certain people during the break there. I think that no one came in with 3 map losses on the season. If I understood what I was being told correctly, because they were trying not to tell me what the score was. But they're like, that's what I was told. I just have to. And I went and verified on the website.
Well, yeah, no, hey, whichever.
It's okay.
Well, we're going to take a look at our map pool here as we head into Hanamura. You know, this map has a couple of different options available to you. And we will see Hateful 88 start us off on the defense. And I'm very curious as to what composition they're going to bring out to try to clap back and see if they can take the 2-1 lead.
Boy, it's been an off-tank battle today. Billowy, both Billowy and Aviantet showing their own strengths on the off-tank role. Aviantet being the better Zarya, Billowy being the better Diva. Both seeing some fantastic plays so far today. But Mania really has been showing that they're up to the medal as well in the off-tank department. I think I agree with you, though. Pro with Sticks might be the better tank all around on our battlefield right now. Has some pretty good positioning, pretty good game sense awareness, and you can see almost, but just by watching the screen, where he's shouting people to go, and they are following up. Once he does land those massive shatters, once he does go in with the primal rage, we saw it happen time and time again. The value that was gotten by those ultimates really on display right now, and it's going to be the first chance for no one to come out and kind of set the pace. And that's what I'm looking for here, because I mean, I hate being trying to play catch up. I like to be a front runner when I'm competing. So trying to get up there and setting a damn good time usually is in my my repertoire. If I ever get the chance, if I get to choose attack or defense, I'm going attack. I want to be the front runner. Defensively, though, you're bringing out the pharmacy from 88's. Also, Dat Boy Doug is going to stay in and bring out the Archer. A little bit of this hybrid double bubble coming out. And Zevris showing us the Honor this time. We haven't seen them show this yet today, so we'll see how good the anti-nades and sleeps are coming in to what no one's trying to bring to the table.
Yeah, Dan Rose is coming back into the game. And Firespoon going over to the Zarya, coming off the DPS roll. Birds far immediately finding value. Gets one kill right out of the gate. Autumn Canvas on the other side, trying to take him down. As we're getting a little bit of a dogfight. Autumn actually going for the Mercy, but that Mercy is just so elusive, so tough to hit with those far rockets. And with Avian Tet down, I believe it's just going to be a bit of a reset for no one.
Not if you take down Pro with sticks and deny the res, because then you're going to be in a power play situation here and be able to push forward without that adaptive shielding coming out. Rock huge from Autumn once again. Are you going to get the double here? Nice bubble coming out. That's going to be Danvers is going down. With the,
yeah, but Autumn waits it out, finds the kill, turn around and gets the kill onto Zephyrus as well. A beautiful three-peats from Autumn before Firespoon finally eliminates the threat. But the rest of no one have moved on to the objective. They've got 2 ticks already. They've got to deal with these dragons and a wrecking ball in the back line. But they've got a Transcendence to help them do so. They do pop both support ults here on the back of point A. They may want that back, but hey, with Avian Tet down, you know, it may turn out to be a good call in the end. Dat Boy Doug will fall. Mine's over the point from Thor with sticks, but both tanks very low from Hateful 88's. The Mines do manage to find 2 kills if you count the DMAC, and the res comes back through. Graviton Surge invested late just to clean up the fight, and Hateful 88's, they managed to hang on.
Not before 86.5% of the point is unlocked, though. Half of the time that they started with is now off the table, but you're coming into 3 ultimates for no one, and that barrage, depending on where Autumn Canvas paths, could be absolutely detrimental to the HP bars of 88. You've got the Valkyrie almost online. That's about it. Maybe getting the Nano out from Zevris might be the thing to keep them in this fight.
Yeah, a little bit of a dogfight in the sky once again. Autumn Canvas is trying to take the opposition far down before pressing Y. So far has not been able to land those 2 directs necessary to take down a pocketed Pharah. Mercy took a lot of damage, but Dan with the Valkyrie is able to stay alive and get that res back up. That was a key maneuver here for Hateful 88. So they gotta be careful. They only have 33% to spare. Barrage out of the back, and Autumn Canvas, gets out barraged as the Nano Boost comes down onto Bird. And they're able to make good use of it before getting burned down. The counter punch is there. What a back and forth on the point, and in the end, once the dust settles, it's no one emerging with the 1 point on the map. Now coming through, they do have Transcendence at the ready, but that's about it. Everything else was spent during that fight. On the defense, they're going to have Mines as well as Dragons. They're going to want to hold those Dragons for the Graviton Surge. If Ability Splash could get a big eat here, it would go a long way to helping them win this. That's a big kill to start things off, taking Dan Roses out early. Now the entire team just converged on a Dat Boy Doug. That's a dead Doug if I ever seen one. Pro with 6 is going to throw the Mines down, try to keep no one from getting on this objective, and then turns around and gets the follow-up kill onto the Pharah. Each kill for this defense so important, and that deny of the res even more so as Bird returns on the Tracer here for Point B's defense. And Hateful 88's looks like they'll be able to hang on as now they've got no one stuck in a corner. Pulse Bomb out, able to pick up, well, at least put a lot of hurt down onto Avian Tet. That boy Doug there to finish it off with a flurry of headshots. Firespoon chasing out the remaining members of No One, who are having a tough time disengaging. They will finally make it out, and they're going to come back with some ults to boot. They'll have both support ults as well as the self-destruct, but they still have to watch out for the Grav Dragons from the other side. Billy Splash gets a nice kill to start things off.
I thought it was me that lost you, but I actually was lost into the boot there. Bull Skunk. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's quite all right. Graviton Surge out, but the Dragon's not combined with it. Firespoon goes down. A little bit of a misplay here from 88's, and it might cost him. Bird trying to keep him in it, but there's just too many kills coming through the other way. Both supports off the battlefield. And that Zen gets rezzed up, and a duplicate used. Humanoid Saber choosing the Wrecking Ball. Doesn't get a whole lot done, but they do manage to get enough presence to get that second point on the board. Minute 52 left in the time bank.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a nice bit of aggression coming in from there. You know, Billy Splash really separating the team with that self-destruct into the back line. You know, got one out of it, and it was just a series of unfortunate events. I think that the duplicate that we saw coming out from Saber really disrupting them with that duplicated Wrecking Ball. And man, that's not a shabby time for a point B take there. Full 2 points, just less than 2 minutes. So we'll see what they bring out onto the defense now. And I mean, Burbird showing the Pharah on point A. The Tracer was a little bit ineffective for them in the defense. So we'll see what kind of a shift they will bring out here, because adaptability all series long has been the name of the game, Bull Skunk, and I'm liking what I'm seeing coming out. If they're flashing this for real, Humanoid Saber, I really like the echo play out of them, but we're gonna see Autumn Canvas bring back their little signature hero, not opting for the Pharah this time.
Yeah, and a bit of double shield on the defense. And I like the Echo pick. Echo's super strong right now. I mean, especially at burning down tanks, in particular a Reinhardt and a Zarya. Echo can be extremely deadly. The double shield composition just going to take up residence on this platform on the right side high ground from the defensive point of view. Looks like we might get a little bit of a teleport strat. We'll see if no one are able to catch it.
Nice Accretion coming out from Maviantet, though, getting 10% ult charge right there out of the gate. But there they are coming onto the point, and the rotation is there from no one.
Yeah, they spot it, and they drop down just in the nick of time, but they're running into so much damage. They landed very, very close to where the teleporter was, and that's exactly what this Brawl comp was. They want you up close and personal, put down these Hellfire shotguns. That boy Doug can charge up that microwave beam, and right now, no one just completely played right into the hands of Hateful 88's, who are going to get a very fast point at.
Well, I mean, we've seen this before, right? We saw it happen on Hollywood, where they absolutely steamrolled the first point of an objective, and they've got 6 minutes to do what was done by no one, and that is capture both points. But, you know, Ultimate's coming up online. You're going to have Graviton Surge. You're going to have the duplicate coming out from Autumn Canvas as well. Someone did not get as much value on the Baptiste, though.
No, I'm afraid not. Sitting only about halfway to that amplification matrix. Autumn Canvas is going to duplicate the Ryan, and the Gravitic Flux invested in by Avian set. Rally throw it in and try to keep him up, but Autumn is going to find two, throws down, and Shatter is able to pick up yet another Autumn Canvas. What a brilliant duplicate to keep no one firmly in control of point B.
Yeah, I mean, it only cost it cost them 3 ultimates in the end. No, I'm sorry. Did Burrito start on the Lucio? I don't think he did. I think it started on the Mercy. So swapping over to a little bit more extra AoE healing, a little bit more burst healing, and being able to speed away from danger. But Zevris on the accompanying, on the opposite Baptiste. Window available. You've also got Photon Barrier and Death Blossom, so you're gonna have to keep an eye on Burbird.
Woo! Right there, ready for it. Billowy shatters the teleporter, but there's no follow-up. The Photon Barrier denied all of it. Now Graviton Surge invested in. It is Burr and Pro finding all of the kills. Pro now has a shatter to stop any contest. There it is. And that is a monstrous time bank. 4 minutes, 35 seconds for Hateful 88's.
Okay, can we talk about that? Can we talk? Can we talk?
I'm all ears, Billy. I'm all ears.
I mean, the teleporters coming out of Dat Boy Doug, you know, that alone absolutely put no one on the back foot. Throwing the Photon Barrier to bisect the point, that was the other thorn that you just wasn't expecting. And then the Grav that came out from Firespoon, they had a definite order of operations, Wolfskunk, and they played it to a T. It only took them 1.5 minutes to capture point B. That was very well strategized by them. And now you know, they're going to come out and have to defend for 2 minutes. You know, if you are no one, you're thankful that you're close enough to that 2-minute barrier where you'll have time to, you know, get some strategy, work up to some ultimates, and really see what you can get out of this, because you are staring down the barrel of a map loss here. But, you know, we've seen worse things defensively coming out. Vap and Brigitte for the defense, so they're really wanting to get the brawl on. Spam damage coming in from the
a little bit of a dance here from Pro and Dan.
yeah, and the Torbjorn coming out from Dat Boy Doug. So you know, not wanting to have to aim for anything here. Cough, cough.
Oh, well, you know, having an extra gun on the battlefield's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, especially in dealing with the skies. Autumn Canvas on that Pharah comes through the window, but immediately is met with some shots from Burr. Res available. We'll see if they can get that one off. It looks like that will happen, but the Zen is down, the Wrecking Ball is down, and the dive fails this time for no one.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the ultimates already starting to charge up for Crazy 88's. I mean, 40% to a Riptire. That's a pretty good amount of work coming out of the Junkrat. And we'll see if they can start to burn down when they bring out their own Reaper.
Yeah, I like this. No one's gone to brawl. They've got 60 seconds to muscle their way into this thing, lest they go down in this very important series. And speaking of going down, there's 2 members back in spawn as Autumn Canvas is able to pick up one, try to help turn the tide. May have to take a breath and wait for those 2 reinforcements to return, but then they'll have a power play.
Yeah, absolutely will. But I mean, look at Proba 6. Already has Shatter online. You've also got the Ant Matrix, so you can throw that in the window, just start laying waste through it. Billowy right now is just getting burnt down with a passion from Crazy 88's. He does not live. There's a
Beautiful block from Billowy Splash. That was absolutely map saving. And then immediately Pro6 is burned down for his trouble. Ant Matrix out from the top, as we are going to see a contest coming through from Hateful. But Burr doesn't last long, neither does the Torbjorn. And no one put a 3rd point on the board. Not only did they get a point on the board, but managed to hold on to Earth Shatter, as well as a sound barrier coming up online for Big Burrito. But they only have 30 seconds to work with. They're going to get one shot at point B, and they're running into a whole plethora of ults from Hateful 88's, including the Rally. Rally armor just so difficult to burn through. Now, I will say that the DPS, they're not too worried about armor. But they are going to have to worry about this Graviton Surge Molten Core combo. That's a pair of kills for Hateful. Pro's going to pick up one as well. You still have a couple of DPS around the outside, but not even that will be enough to do any work on point B. Hateful 88's do not allow a single percentage of progress here for the 4th point.
Do DPS go around the outside?
Around the outside.
Okay. Win conditions set here for no one to take a 2-1 lead here in our Week 8 game of the week here in Tier 2 Xbox Division 1. And man, I'm really loving what I'm seeing from both teams here. There's a never say die attitude. The quick adaptation that we saw no one to bring out extra burst healing, really lean into that brawl. Really got them that first point. Otherwise, they were going to get, you know, just full held there. I was very impressed with that last minute change that they brought out and getting that coalescence up so fast from Soma. Absolutely giving them the best that they could. But, you know, the win condition, as I said, is set. And, you know, defensively coming out for them, you know, they're bringing a little bit of a rushed out comp. You know, bringing out the speed. Well, I say that as Big Burrito now swaps over to the well, they change up their entire support line. They're going to bring out the Brig Bap again. Humanoid Saber, I like them on the Reaper. That's going to be able to burst down Pro with Sticks and Fire Spoon in a flash. That's just got to make sure that the healing is there for them.
3, 2, 1.
And I mean, it's a good thing that no one was able to pick up that first point, because it only took Hateful 88's 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get both points on their first attack, and they're coming out with more time than they started with in extra innings, just needing 1 point and 33% as they bring out the Sim. Once again, teleporting up to the left side high ground this time.
Yeah, but a different catch of the rotation here, playing behind Big Bell here, and they're going to be able to sustain, keep themselves up. Billy Slash landing a nice fire strike onto Zevris. He's going to be, you know, in line with what Pro with Sticks is bringing on the Reinhardt, and you know, a little bit faster, a little bit ahead. Get this transporter down, and you're going to get out of the danger zone in a hurry. That's almost a minute off the clock now.
But a big play from that boy Doug to able to get that teleporter down and escape trouble. On of canvas had Doug in their sights. And that would have slowed down this attack even more. Now they're able to come back with a relative quickness. This time rotating to the high ground. They're going to drop in to the left-hand side of the objective. And we're going to get a little battle over the staircase between our Reinhardt Zarya comp. Humanoid Saber able to get the Hellfire Shotguns down. Find the kill on the Pro with Sticks. And now they've got double damage to work with, completely keeping 88's at bay, who seem just kind of stuck in a corner right now. The Earth Shatter comes down, is going to find 3, and that's going to make for easy cleanup. No one emerged from the objective, find some kills.
Indeed, we're going to have dueling grabs coming into this next fight. Fire Spoon almost up to that ultimate, but I think the real separator here is going to be the photon barrier. How does that boy Doug deploy the photon barrier to get the most value out of it? Do you just completely, you know, bisect the point and just decide that you're going to teleport onto one side? Zevris, with the window available as well, is going to be able to just amplify that damage and healing coming through.
I like that moment. Hateful is like, are we all here? We all here? You ready? Let's go grab. There they go. They drop in. They throw it down. Ant Matrix is there to try to follow it up. Deadeye from the other side is going to pick up 1 as the counter grab comes through. And it's a 1-for-1 trade. But Billowy Splash is out of the fight. That means Hateful 88 with the advantage. Earth Shattered down. Zephyrs is able to follow up and find the victim of that. Does sacrifice their life in the process, but it may have just been enough for Hateful 88s to pick up this objective.
Indeed it does. I mean, you're still looking at a very high charge Avianet right now, but just running out of resources, running out of cooldowns. They ran out of time and space, and that's going to be point A picked up. Looks like they're going to have approximately 215 going into the next point.
They're also going to have a couple of DPS ults to work with. Photon Barrier and Death Blossom online. Running into two support ults on the other side.
I think the window is going to be crucial for Soma. Where do you deploy it? How do you keep your team up the best with it? Also, Humanoid Saber close on getting their own Death Blossom. So I'm not sure why we popped the rally so early, though.
Because the teleporter was in. They're about to drop in with a quickness. I don't necessarily mind it. Get everybody armored up. It's still going to last for about 30 seconds. Keeping an eye on Bird. Death Blossom in hand. There it goes. The Immortality Field's there. Photon Barrier's down. Billowy Splash falls, but here comes the counter punch, and it's a little bit better. 2 for 2 on both sides. Humanoid's going to be the difference maker. Picks up another pair on top of it, and no one hang on. They've whittled down some time off the clock, and they've held on to some ultimates to boot.
Absolutely, they have, and that's just beautiful work coming from Humanoid Saber, using the Wraith form to get out of the way of that incoming damage. And now we see the swap coming through. Dat Boy Doug bringing out the Archer now. So we will see the long-range poke really giving some hell to no one. You got to watch the shield maintenance as well. I don't know if you can work up to a Grab Dragons situation here in less than a minute, but we'll see. Both tank ultimates available to the defense, though.
Opening up with that Graviton Surge. They deal with the Immortality Field quickly and burn down the rest of the team. Holy cow, blink and you miss it. Hateful 88's just evaporated into thin air.
And 40 seconds now left on the clock. That was both of your tank ultimates, though. But Pro with Sticks did go ahead and is starting to build up towards the next one. So we'll see what they get out of that. Burbird dropping the Reaper now, going over to the Cowboy. Billy Splash, though, does have Shatter online still, so we'll see what you get out of it.
That boy Doug close to those dragons. We'll see if the swap over to the Reaper is the difference maker. Is now they're going to challenge the high ground. Shatter down, that gets blocked. Only 10 seconds left on the clock, as you just heard Athena say. With that in mind, Hateful Eights are going to rotate around, drop onto the point. There's an Ant Matrix up high, but it's not quite at a good enough angle to shoot the members on the point. Pro Sticks is going to throw down the Shatters, able to get one with that. Immortality Field is late. Humanoid Saber is able to pick up 2. Teleports back to the point, looking for more. Tries to burn down the Reinhardt, gets the Reinhardt. This is looking good for no one. They get the break as well, and that is going to result in a draw. After map 3, we are still all tied up. Billy, this match could not be any closer.
And I mean, just the tale of 2 time banks there, and what value you saw gotten out of no one with their less than 2-minute time bank, and then the 4.5-minute time bank available to 88's, and you come out with a draw. Once again, it's that ultimate rotation that I was talking about on Hollywood in their defense. They did it here on Hanamura as well, and that's well played by them. That's a well-earned draw for them as well.
A very well-earned draw. I mean, a massive time bank for Hateful 88's after that first push. They capture 2 points in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. No one make the adjustments necessary, and they're able to stifle the 4.5-minute time bank available to Hateful 88's. Beautiful hold. Man, these 2 teams are so evenly matched. This is such an awesome fight.
I'm just saying, I'm calling it now. We could be looking at a potential finals matchup because there will be some shuffling of the seeds into the playoff rounds. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it. I think they're going to take like Division A 1 seed versus Division 4 seed, and then somehow weave it all around there. So We'll see how it comes out. But I mean, we could see either a semifinal or a finals matchup between these 2 teams, these 2 division mates. And I mean, I'm excited to see if it does come to fruition, because we're going to be in for a treat.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you 100%. This could absolutely be a preview of our Tier 2 finals overall. As you can kind of feel the rivalry building between these 2 legacy orgs. I mean, just a reminder, if you're just now joining us, no one went undefeated through the regular season in MTT 7, and Hateful 88's were your victors overall, grand champions of Tier 2 in MTT 7. Both these teams undefeated coming into Week 8, with only 1 map loss dropped between the 2 of them, and they hit here tied 1-1 as we head into map 4.
Yeah, and we're heading to Havana now. And we've seen Dat Boy Doug bring out the Hanzo a few times. Also, Burbird brought it out in a separate map. So, sight lines, especially on point A, absolutely favor a sniper. We'll see if they can take advantage of that. Also, we'll see what kind of support lines come out. Does Soma stay in? Because they have been putting in a pretty damn good performance all night once they came in on map 2. And I'm looking for, it's the tank battle. It's the tank battle. It's been the tank battle all night. They've been trading haymakers all night. We saw from no one, the ability that they're both flex tanks. They both can play off and main. So it doesn't matter who's on what, because they've shown that they can both play the role absolutely splendidly. And that's where I'm keeping my focus on for the next fight.
Yeah, I mean, Billowy has looked fantastic. I see you in chat, my friend. 400 SR difference between them and oh my god, I'm space. Pro Wit Sticks on the other side. Like that, it's just you wouldn't be able to tell. Like from this series, I don't see a 400 SR difference. I see just a neck and neck team right now.
And I always say that SR doesn't really matter because ranked and ladder play, that's one thing. This is a completely separate animal.
Yeah.
You could be, hundreds of SR below a person and still be able to match them with the same kind of group coordination, team coordination, synergy. So we're seeing that played out on our screen right now. Havana, I think, is going to be another cracked map, though.
Traveling to Havana.
Without further ado, let's get into map 4. And with a tie on Havana, it's potential. We might see a map 6, Billy. We might see our first map 6. I wouldn't put it past these 2 teams.
That would be just absolutely fantastic, honestly, because we haven't seen it all season. Looking at the defense, though, they have swapped sides once again, so we'll see no one on the defense. They're going to bring out a little bit of Tracer May, so a little bit of a change up here. We do see Soma go out, though, in favor of Pink. So we're seeing the BAP Lucio healing core come out for them. A little bit of the same that we've seen Billowy and Avian bring out the Ryan Zarya once again.
Attackers incoming.
On the other side, it looks like we're getting a little bit of Pig's feet. But right out of the gate, look at this, up close and personal. 2 kills already lighting it up. And that boy Doug already making swaps.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to deny this forward hold from the defense. Firespoon's going to have to be the catalyst. Get around, get out that corner, and get a lot of charge for Dat Boy as well. He's already 63% towards getting full charge there. That's going to be an absolute boon for them. But Humanoid Saber, with these walls, I mean, just going to be able to hold them in there. Pink is going to have to watch the positioning, though. The spam rockets coming in from Firespoon are not being laid with. Canvas takes them down.
Yeah, it really props to Big Burrito for taking the Mercy down as well. Not an easy shot for a bat to land. And with that fuel core disconnected, makes for easy pickings for Autumn Canvas on this Tracer.
Absolutely. I mean, we're looking right now at just a really dominant hold here. Full charge for Avian, just pouring damage. It already has the Graviton Surge ready to go.
And a Shatter thrown into the spawn. They're able to pick up a couple kills behind the door. Oh, man, just asserting dominance. No one have already chewed a minute 15 off this clock.
Yeah, and we see Pink back into the battle as well. Both support ultimates almost online, but Zevris, depending on how they deploy this Amp Matrix, they could pour a lot of damage into Nolan and start the damage coming in. There's the Immortality Barrier out. There's the Graviton Surge. Big nade to keep the team up, though, from Dan Roses.
And it looks like Hateful 88's are finally starting to get some progress. Good kill from Firespoon, and now turning their attention onto Billowy, who's oh so low. Ant Matrix out from Burrito, but the four-man Shatter coming through from Pro with sticks. The kills following it up, and Hateful 88's will finally get this cart rolling.
Yeah, but they've already taken 2 minutes off the clock, Bull Skunk. That is a very worthwhile investment of that forward hold. And you're going to have Blizzard coming into the next fight. So Blizzard, Shatter, and the Sound Barrier all available into our next fight. Not to be undone, though. Dat Boy Doug has the Graviton Surge available. Throw an anti-nade into the middle of that, and you deny all the healing, anything that you can see into it.
Autumn Canvas going in deep. Didn't quite find what they were looking for, and recalls back out. Nice kill onto Firespoon. Everybody converging beautifully on that one. Burr with the counter punch, getting a little revenge. Lands the right hook on a Big Burrito as the Graviton Surge is countered by Apotheosis Sound Barrier. Apotheosises? Anyway. Sound Barrier was not enough, it turns out, as the kills are there, and the cart continues to move.
Indeed, and once again, I mentioned it before, Dan Roses threw that biotic grenade into the middle of that anti, and they were just done. It was done at that point. GG's go next. Try and get back and contest if you can, because you've taken 3 minutes off the clock.
Shattered down, that's going to land on the Burrito. They're looking to get the honor, they do! What a big pick. Excuse me, the Meteor Strike's going to pick up one as well, and that's going to do it. Point on the board, 3:15 on the clock. It was a slow start, but they had a good follow-up.
Yeah, and I mean, Avian's got to get out of there with their life, which they do not do, so that's going to be a long walk back from spawn. You do have the Graviton Surge to stop the progress, though. However, Firespoon, looking at the rotations, where are they going to teleport to? How are they going to pop out and really take advantage of this Death Blossom? You also have the Amp Matrix available from Zevris. Great work from this player as well. So Immortality Field on top of the Death Blossom could spell Dunskies for no one.
No one thought about trying to push forth and challenge, but that Amp Matrix is going to keep them at bay. Firespoon teleports all the way in the back, but besides that, was probably not a wise shadow step. You can see they were pondering pressing Y on that Death Blossom and end up backing out. They're going to wait for a better opportunity. And this might be a Graviton Surge into the defense, and there it is. To keep him from coming out the door, the Death Blossom finds 3 kills, goes in, finds 4. Firespoon with a beautiful set of decisions. Kind of feigns the shadow step in, backs up, and then drops the Death Blossom right at the perfect time.
Yeah, pulled the cooldowns out of no one there. That was just a beautiful cat and mouse play from that player. And in the interim, both takeholds are almost online. You do have the Graviton Surge. That's going to hold the defense up in the line. Anti-nade going in the middle of it. Nano Boost invested as well.
Yeah, there's Immortality there to stop the Deadeye, and that was quite a few ultimates invested in from no one, and they're still not able to halt this progress.
I mean, big anti-nade coming in from Big Burrito, but loses their life in the process, and now you've got 3 ultimates ready to go. I mean, Space Jam off the board right now, of course, using that Graviton Surge to keep everybody off the line. You've got Pulse Bomb. You've got Shadow for the defense. A little bit of a change here. Humanoid Saber going over to the Ash, and Pink bringing out the Mercy again, so damage boosted Ash. Of course, the aim down sights nerf. You can't kill Squishy with a headshot, but you can take him pretty darn close to death.
Camus goes in the back, drops the pulse, lands it right on the dome. That's all she wrote there. Earth Shatter coming through on the front line. Billowy Splash is able to get two with a little help from their friend in the Zarya roll. Follows up the kill onto Firespoon, and the defensive no one are hanging on.
And Avian Tech right now getting so much value on this Zarya, almost has another Graviton Surge available, ready to go. I want to see where Zevritz goes with this window. Do you put it behind the point and just take the corner, or do you wait until you push around the corner? Nope, they're going to go ahead and take the corner right now and throw the damage through. Let the dice fly high.
Shatter's down, he's gonna pick up a pair. Nano boost on to Pro. He's just gonna continue pushing forward with reckless abandon. The one on the other side went on to Humanoid Saber, and they're not really able to get a whole lot with it. Missing their main tank, no one is forced to back up into the fortress and use a Graviton Surge just to deny the aggression coming through from Hateful. And after all is said and done, Dat Boy's gonna pick up one. But that one will get res. With Pro with sticks down, no one may have indeed put the emergency brakes on this cart.
But that Bob went so far in the back. I might have held on to that just for a second, but I mean, look at Rose's. I mean, look at Avian Tech once again, glowing from space. The Russian fighter here getting so much value. We called their name so many times today. Looking for another anti-grav combo coming in from Hateful 88's. They also have the Death Blossom to boot. That could wipe an entire team. Nothing to defend against it for no one. This could be dire straits for them.
Pushing forward. Great shot from Humanoid to start off this next fight. 51 seconds on the clock. Shatter down, gets blocked. And just a bit of a check on this corner. Both teams are staring each other down. There's the go. Autumn Camus birds down. The McCree working their way into the back line. Pro has to just try to bail, but no such luck, no such safety to be found. A great play from Autumn Canvas to help propel this defense forward.
They still have the previously mentioned ultimates online. So, you know, they didn't panic ult there. They didn't take themselves out of the fight, but what a right click from Avian Tech taking Baptiste out. Are you kidding me? 15 seconds left on the clock. You have the same combo available now for the side of no one. You've got the grab. You can throw the anti-nade in there, and will they land it?
Yeah, that's going to be the duplicate in there. Oh, my goodness. What a grab shatter combo to deny Hateful any chance of touching that cart. Beautiful play. It was really just the culmination of some disciplined ult usage coming out of no one, and they're able to keep 88's from picking up point C.
But I mean, Bullsky, that's been a theme all night from no one. Their ultimate discipline has been on full display all night. They know which combos to use when. They know when to just keep their thumb off that Y button. And I mean, the coordination that they've shown tonight in their ultimate usage and in their ability to stack combos. Autumn Canvas got a duplicated shatter there as well, as we take a look at Don Rumbatico, the czar, the rum czar here of the Havana. I'd like to taste that rum personally, but you know, it is what it is.
Blizzard, you released Lucio cereal. Give us the Don Rumbatico rum. You know you can. You know
Yes.
you want to. You know you'll want to. All right. Anyway, on to the defense.
On to the defense. Yes. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a Farah and a May of their own coming from no one. Going to try and duplicate this forward hold here. And, I mean, you know, Autumn Canvas and Humanoid Saber, lots of damage, lots of shield break potential coming out of the gate.
4, 3, 2,
That boy Doug just hiding on the corner, ready to pounce on the unsuspecting. Well, you know, I don't know that they're unsuspecting, but it sounded good in my head. As it looked like no one was well aware. They were not caught off guard. They push out the right-hand door, put up a great attack right out of the gate, finding a pair of kills. They are going to lose Billowy, but the spawn's so close. Billowy would get right back in. Seems just kind of like the Reinhardt was the sacrificial lamb in that engagement, just to get no one out of the door and get this trucker rolling.
Right. I mean, the forward hold not paying off the same dividends that you saw no one get And I mean, the fact that Dan Roses went down so early, the first kill out of the gate, the res was not available, so you couldn't bring back a wounded hero off the field. And yeah, I mean, they're changing up their comp now. They're bringing out Zevris onto the Zenyatta now that I was told by the captain or by the owner, the org owner, that really is one of these Zen gods here in tier 2.
They found themselves a little deep. They're just going to have to charge out. I think they were looking for a kidnap, try to take one of the enemy players back into unfriendly territory, so to speak. Avian Tech's going to end up killing themselves with the right click, but that res is available. Charge coming through, and Pro with 6 has got to be careful. It's kind of in an awkward position on this right-hand side. Autumn Canvas will get burned down by that boy, Doug. The amplification matrix will force a rotation out of the defense, but it's not going to find any kill. I say that. At the end of it, Billy's flash does land 1, but it's still a +1 to the defense as the Graviton Surge Deadeye combo is thrown into the mix, and that's going to net them some results. They're going to get the goods. They're going to get the hold.
Yeah, I mean, smart usage of ultimates right there. And I mean, throwing the Deadeye into a Graviton Surge generally will net you something, especially if the shielding of Reinhardt doesn't provide everybody the cover that they need. But they are coming into 3 ultimates now for Nolan as they try to get around this second corner of the point. Pro at sticks though, Shatter online, also Transcendence is going to be available from Zevris.
Shatter comes down, but it only finds 1. Bird's going to toss the dragons across. The Shatter comes through the other way. Transcendence used as the Deadeye finds 2! Humanoid working the off angle. Is able to pick up 3 before it's all said and done. But now it's a 3v3 on the cart, and it's both tanks left for Hateful as they're defending, and both of them are going to find a kill and chase off. No one still not allowing any progression.
No, and I mean, full charge Dat Boy Doug on this Zarya is absolutely huge. I mean, just keeping them up with all this charge. That's a ton of DPS coming out from the Russian hero. And I mean, Autumn Canvas is gonna have to start finding some heads real quick. Coming up on 60 seconds left. Dat Boy Doug, Graviton Surge almost at the ready. It is on the ready. Nothing to defend against either. Pink is about 45% away from that sound barrier.
Beautiful Bionade! Oh, but the anti comes through, but not before 3 kills are suffered for 88. Humanoid's able to pick up 2 of those on the back of the fight. It was a great play from Dan, but just a touch too late. It was an even better play from Big Burrito to get that heal nade into the Graviton Surge.
Absolutely. 3 minutes now to get through Distillery. Humanoid almost has Deadeye online. He's finding a lot of value with the Peacekeeper here. And, he's a little bit worse for wear, taking a couple of right clicks from Dat Boy Doug. And what a bloody volley from Zevris. Are you kidding me? That angle.
Yeah, it just lands a perfect. Now the nano boost out into Pro with Sticks, who has the Shadow ready to go. Oh, no! The door comes up at just the wrong time. Oh, and Canvas and Splash caught on the wrong side of the tracks. What an unlucker's happenstance for no one.
Overwatch for you. Now they're going to attempt the second point spawn camp, starting to get a little bit of value into it as well.
Zephyrs is able to find yet another kill. Has that Transcendence ready to go to counter the incoming Graviton Surge from Avian Tech.
Boy, if they get the anti-nade in there before they pop Transcendence, it's going to be for naught. I talked about that in the beginning. We'll see if they can do it.
It's a 6-man shatter! Oh my! The Deadeye perfectly timed with it. And Firespoon finds 5, courtesy of the perfectly thrown shatter from Pro with Sticks. You gotta love it. That's what I want to see.
And the nano that was delivered in there, absolutely huge. There's another grab there. Oh my gosh, that is just some beautiful work coming in from 88's there. Get your Reinhardt healed up because he's carrying your team on your back. He's providing all the shelter that you need.
Wisely, no one are going to loop out the other side. They're going to throw a Deadeye down to try to punish this aggression. But Hateful 88's able to back up. They're able to avoid that damage. Bird on the other side trying to put some pressure onto the Ana, and Avian Tech goes down. Graviton Surge out from the defense, and Billowy Splash falls as well. Nano Boost thrown onto Pro with Sticks, who's just going to charge and batter down Saber, and Hateful 88 continue their aggressive stance on the defense, and it continues to work.
Yeah, and we're sub 60 seconds now, and they're back up against the very end of point B there, and you still have the Transcendence available for this newly acquired Graviton Surge from MTT. Big Shatter once again!
Oh, but this time he didn't get the Lucio, who's able to get off the sound barrier. I believe the Splash gets back on their feet and is able to respond. So despite Pro Sticks landing another fatty Shaddy, no one still emerged victorious from the fight.
Yeah, but you do lose your Zarya with that big charge that Avian Tet had. So that is a big source of DPS off the board right now. Autumn Canvas has Dragon Strike available. Needs to get into a position where you have a lot of value into a grab dragons. Obviously, the choice of attack here, but you have the Transcendence. So can Big Burrito land an anti-nade into the middle of that?
It's going to be the defensive Graviton Surge out first, and the anti-nade is there. Dragon's coming across, but it's just a touch late. Not able to get in there, not able to follow up. Transcendence keeping everybody alive. Hateful 88's. They will take Havana and a 2-1 lead here in our Tier 2 matchup.
Boy, that defense. I mean, I thought that once, that no one had gotten, past the forward hold there, they had such a huge amount of time to go into there. The support swaps is what changed that battle around. Zevris going over to the Zen. The Orb of Discord hasn't been nerfed yet, guys, and it is absolutely laying waste to the tank line. And then once the tank line goes down, it's clean up from there. Clean up on Isle, Havana. 88's, you kind of made a mess there on Havana with no one's team, and you should all go to timeout. But speaking of timeouts, we're going to take a quick little break before we head to map 5. Don't go away. We'll see the conclusion of this fantastic series after this quick break.
Hateful 88's up 2-1 in this clash of the Titans here in Tier 2. We're headed into map 5 due to a draw over on Hanamura. And, I mean, we'll just go ahead and pull up. Let's see how we got here, Billy. Let's pull up our map set that we've seen so far here today. It was an extremely close Nepal, and then it was all no one on Hollywood as they were able to march through, putting up a big hold on the back of point C and then able to cap that in. And then putting up a big defense, denying a 4.5-minute time making extra innings to hang on and get the draw. But then when we went to Havana, it was a completely different story.
Completely different. And I mean, if they would have been able to break that second corner hold there on first point A, man, we could be looking at a different series here. We could have seen no one really spill through, but I have to say it again, the support line of 88's absolutely turned that fight on its head. Zevris living up to what Rippin 88's told me in our chat that I had about this team. And man, I mean, I'm not disappointed. He said that he turned into a Zen God. We absolutely saw the Zen God come out, and I'm kind of scared of that Zenyatta.
Yeah, as we take a look at our standings coming into this matchup, just a reminder of the stakes involved. These two teams fighting for that first place slot, that first seed. And once we hit postseason, first seed will be taking on fourth seed. So, I mean, whoever wins here could potentially face an easier matchup going into the postseason. But more importantly, enter that postseason with some pride and potentially an undefeated scoreline.
Yeah, that's just going to be nuts. I mean, it's so hard here in the Tier 2 division to find the consistency because, you may have a player that has an off day with their mechanics. You may have, jitteriness coming out of them for such a high stakes match. You may have somebody freeze. So you never get a chance to really know what's going to come in from somebody. And so far, these two teams have absolutely lived up to the billing. I couldn't be happier here on Sunday Gun Day. And see what we bring into Lijiang Tower. There's a potential that we could go to a map 6.
It'd be the first one we've seen all year on our stream, Billy. My fingers are crossed, but any way you slice it, it's been some fantastic Overwatch. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I love doing what we do. we get to highlight these amazing players and two of the best teams, not just in skill wise, but in sportsmanship and respect. And it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this match. I hope we just get more and more of it. Of course, Hateful 88's on Series Point, looking to close it out as they come out of the gates with the Reinhardt and the Sigma, the Celtic Pride, as you like to call it.
Celtic Pride and Awa, fellow caster, being brought onto the field of battle. Hello, Awa. Let's see what you bring to the battle here, my friend. Let's see how your Sigma plays holding up.
Give me a teleport strat coming through. As Hateful 88 push onto the objective, that I lose Fire Spoon along the way. Who's gone back over into that DPS role. No Symmetra teleport needed for no one, as they're able to just speed up there with that Lucio, get first control, and I mean, they pseudo won that first engagement with just one kill.
Yeah, I mean, it was just better positional advantage, and Autumn Canvas wreaking havoc with the entirety of 88's here. So lots of good work coming in from that hero. MTT taking down healer for Zevris. Ooh. Oh my goodness, the Bionade laying waste.
Big Burrito just continues to impress me with their Ana plays throughout this series. Autumn Canvas able to pick up one as well. MTT at 100 charge, you got to stay alive. So important that you get out with that charge as Azaria.
Oh, but the big change that I've seen come through now, Fire Spoon on the Junkrat almost has Tire in hand already. Are you kidding me? Zevris also swapping over to the signature Zenyatta. So you're running a Baptiste Zenyatta healer core. It's a little bit greedy, but it could be paying off in big dividends should they be able to start securing kills.
Ooh, that shadow just narrowly blocked, but here comes the Deadeye with the Graviton Surge combo, and that's going to be enough. Splash receives the nano boost as well and is able to just swing out there to his heart's content, smash down the opposition, no one maintaining control.
65% Bullskunk. Now, they're running into quite a few ultimates, though. I'm looking for Dragons to come out first, maybe split off the point. And then, once all those cooldowns come out, lay waste with the Rip Tire. You could also lead in with this, oh no, you can't. Not when you get shattered like that.
Yeah, but the Tire from the other side is good. Finds a pair, denies too much follow-up. There was good damage done, but the Immortality Field keeping the team alive. Fire Spoon putting the hurt down, and now they charge onto the objective and drop the Ant Matrix just for good measure.
They are going to get about 94% here. Yep, 94% on the dot. So, I mean, they're going to have to be perfect from here on out. They do have Dragon Strike. They do have the Gravitic Flux available from Awa. So we'll see how they address this. Let's see if they can get him into a small little room, lift them up, and then put the dragons across and put them out of their misery.
Oh, no. No one are going to come dropping it off the high ground. That's going to be easy pickings. Up in the air, bubbles already used. Both tanks in a lot of trouble. Billy Splash stunned up. And here come the dragons across the board. That's going to divide them up. Humanoids, we're trying to bring it back. Drops the Deadeye from above, is able to pick up one, but Billowy Splash goes down. Big Ante on a Pro with Sticks is able to just LOS that damage until it fades and allow the DPS time to do some work. Awa does fall, and Pro with Sticks is still in a lot of trouble, but that boy Doug continues to find the headshots, landing these arrows true. And there's another one for that boy Doug.
Yeah, what a great amount of work there. They're going to go ahead and invest this Graviton Surge in there. No follow-up whatsoever. Man, that was not a smart use of the Y button there from MTT. I'm not sure what you were trying to accomplish there, but you were already down 3. Hold that for the next engagement. Wait to be able to pair it up with something, especially this Pulse Bomb. Man, you had work to do there, and I just think it was a little bit of a panic ultimate there coming out of MTT, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe not keeping an eye on their kill feed. Didn't realize just how much that they were down in that fight. Because I agree with you, MTT's going to want that one back. Now running into a whole volley of ultimates. No one has their work cut out for them. This is going to have to be a perfect sound barrier from Pink if they're going to win this fight.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to have to be a big anti-nade too to deny the usage of that of the Immortality Field as well.
And the Tire circling around from the outside. Shatter gets 3. Tire gets 2. Back on the point. Was able to take down Splash as well. And it comes down to the last fight, but Hateful 88's are able to bring it back from a 94-0 deficit to take the round.
That is unfortunate. And I mean, what you said, like I said before, I mean, Pink popped the sound barrier when they had that nano boost Reinhardt play with the shatter. They could have held on to that and used it for another fight. So the characteristic smart ultimate economy and discipline that we've seen all night long kind of went out the window there on night market, and they were feeling the pressure coming in from the Sigma, especially. Also, the spam damage from Fire Spoon absolutely just putting them in tatters. Man, I'm just I'm a little stunned there from the ultimate economy, but we'll see if they can bring it back here in Control Center. Looking at Celtic Pride once again from 88's. Ryan Zari out the other side, looking at a quick teleporter, and then they're going to go ahead and swap and bring the Tracer in.
This Junkrat Hanzo of Hateful 88's is just going to put so much shield pressure onto the front line of no one, and Billy Splash feeling it already. First to fall on Control Center. Hateful 88's are going to get aggressive on the back of it. Push forward, drive no one all the way back out the door.
At the ultimate charge of ProWit Sticks right now as well. He was calling for the just full press into the team. 63% to shatter after the first engagement. Are you kidding me? Fire Spoon even further ahead on 73%. That is massive work coming out from the Australian bomber.
And when we say multiple 2 and 3 kill tires from Fire Spoon already, able to pick up an entry pick right there as no one come through the door. Now those ultimates are coming online, and Fire Spoon backs up, lands yet another kill, their second of this fight. Out comes the tire over the top, and it's going to find one as well. Both supports fall at the hands of Fire Spoon and this Junkrat, and I don't think they're done yet.
No, they're absolutely not done. I mean, Billy Splash does get a consolation kill onto ProWit Sticks, so the shielding not available there, but they do have point presence, and it's 35% and growing. Try to pull the barriers out of Avian Tet, and then just start laying in that spam damage again. High charge for them though. They might be able to start to push in on the aggression.
That late kill on the Pro was huge because it meant that 88 couldn't hold the door anymore, and now no one can come take a proper fight. Nice block, takes out the Shadow Dragons over the top. Might deny the follow-up to the Shadow from Billowy Splash. The Gravitic Flush will certainly deny any further damage from the nano-boosted Reinhardt, but the sound barrier is there to keep him alive. Now the Graviton Surge thrown in, but the sound barrier from 88 is helping to keep them alive through that, and after it's all said and done, it's a +1 to no one on this point. As, well, Cute Dog goes down, holding that Matrix. They don't even need it. Look at the front line. My goodness. Awa and ProWit Sticks are just moving forward and cleaning up, finding targets every step of the way. And now they're able to hold this door with 83% on the board.
Last fight territory, absolutely right now. This is the undefeated season on the line for no one. They are staring down the barrel of a tire and an Am Matrix. Oh, my word. This could be absolutely explosive.
Well, it kind of just fizzled out. Oh, Billowy! Billowy! Oh, no! Off the side he goes. Nobody can touch. I think Billowy knew it and was just a sacrificial throw at the very end in frustration. An amazing match, an amazing series, but Hateful 88's will take it in the end. 3-1 over no one. They move to 8-0 on the season and still only have one map loss for the entirety of it all.
Yeah, I mean, good grief. That was just a hell of a series. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat for the majority of it. And just that little bit better. I mean, there's not much between these two teams. Let's be honest with each other. Whatever chat says, I don't give a damn. I mean, looking at what happened on the field of battle, that says that these are two of the top tier teams here in the tier 2 division. So playoffs are coming around. I mean, we're going into week 9 starting Monday. We'll have 2 week 8 games to finish out our streaming week. But week 9 starts tomorrow, and that's the final week of the season. There will be a break of a week while we set up the playoffs here, and then you're into playoffs. So, beginning of February, the second week of February, we're going to be in the playoffs. And man, everybody's got to really jockey for positions to see where they end up. But I mean, what a damn good match tonight. 3-0-1 for no one to take this win. And they have absolutely put their stamp on this division. They sit atop it. Looking at no one, they are just a couple percentage point or a couple map differential points behind. They're only on 1 loss. And man, this is going to shape up to be a fiery finish to the end of the season.
And if you're, a fan of no one out there, don't fret. This is, you're still getting into playoffs. These two teams will meet again. Of that, I have no doubt. And if we look at history, last season it was no one with the perfect record, and Hateful coming in 8-1, and the 8-1 team was the one who ended up being our grand champion. So if history repeats itself, no one you have some things to look forward to. There's no reason to hang your head. This was an amazing series. They performed very well. Hateful 88's just able to edge it out in the end. I mean, it couldn't have been any closer. I mean, this was back and forth. This was absolutely winnable for both sides. But as it stands, Hateful 88's 8-0 here in the fall 2020 multi-tier tournament.
Man, that was the tier 2 game of the year so far, or of the season. I mean, I just absolutely enjoyed the entirety of this matchup, and yeah, I'm thrilled that we had a chance to cast it.
It was an awesome match.
It was an awesome match. And Mania, by the way, answer your damn DMs and pings. When I ping you, you answer me, boy. I need to talk to you about these games.
Oh, well, we had a blast casting this one. I hope y'all had fun playing it. It was a ton of fun to watch. So, man, just thank y'all so much for giving us this opportunity to cast your match. It was something special to see, and I look forward to seeing these two teams clash again. Billy, any final words before I send us home?
Oh boy, week 9.
Week 9.
Week 9 is coming up. We've got 2 absolutely massive matches coming up tomorrow as well. We've got here in the tier 2 division, once again, we've got BDE versus Duscarity Void here for tier 2. And then one of the signature matches that I've been looking forward to all season, Apollo tier 4 versus Tribulation tier 4. I've heard quite a bit about it. I'm scared. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Come check us out tomorrow. We'll start from 7 p.m. Eastern here on this channel, and we will just see how the night progresses.
Indeed. We hope to see all your friendly faces right back here tomorrow for more console Overwatch multi-tier tournament. Until then, y'all look out for each other in-game and out, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Overwatch.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.